Good Monday morning, my friends. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. It is Monday morning. That means it is time for your three-card weekly reading. So nice to see so many of you here. Smile Soul 20, Mystics Haven, Marion, Carrie, Melissa, Kim, Jean. So happy to see you. We do this every Monday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Clearly, you know that because you're here. For those of you watching in archive, we greet you as well. The first three cards are for the collective, the energies that we see available to all of us this week. And as has been our recent habit, we are doing our Monday reading with the Mystic Mondays Tarot. I'm having fun with that. As soon as you get sick of that and want me to start switching it up again, you can just say enough with the Mystic Mondays and I'll start using a different deck. But until you do, this is what's happening. All right. So, three cards for all of us. The energies available to all of us this week. And as we go through this, doing these three cards for all of us, and then the individual cards, single cards for individuals. If you hear something, even if it's not specifically directed at you, whatever you hear that strikes you, whatever you hear that strikes your heart, if it makes sense to you, take it as a reading for yourself. That is part of the magic and energy of these group readings, for sure. If you're here to hear it, and you hear it in your heart, then it's for you. All right. Let us see. What will the first card be? The first card is Temperance. Is this a fun image of Temperance? Usually we see Temperance as an angel balancing one foot on water, one foot on land, and mixing water from cup to cup. Here we see all of that, but in this very graphic, and by graphic, I don't mean bloody. I mean literally in a graphical way, a graphic representation. I think it's really kind of cool. It's one of the reasons I love this deck. So, Temperance for the week. What does this say? You know, Temperance reminds us that nothing is perfect. But if you take a little of this and a little of that and you blend it together, you can find the perfect blend. It reminds you to use patience and caution, but it also encourages you to use creativity in problem solving, and to use creativity to figure out how to put things together to make it work. This is a very empowering card. It does not say that the week is going to be super easy, but it does say that if you use your creativity, if you use your imagination, if you allow yourself to be inspired, even in the face of difficulty, you will find some really good solutions. Okay, what's the next card? Well, here's why we're going to need those solutions. The Ten of Swords reversed. Now, this is a card I would much rather see reversed than upright. Reverse takes some of the sting out of it, but we are cautioned against overthinking. We are cautioned against idle gossip, either participating in it or letting it get to us. If you happen to hear that someone has said some messed up thing about you, don't even let that in your energy space. You control your thoughts and you control your energy space, please. And the Three of Cups. As much as we may be dealing with some difficulties in our own minds and difficulties from other people, we are reminded that we do have good people around us, friends, families, coworkers, collaborators, people who really are part of our community. We are reminded to have fun. We are reminded to dance even if we're in pain. We are reminded that we create our own joy. So be careful about the company that you keep and whose counsel you listen to. Find joy wherever joy could possibly be found, and recognize that you are in charge of creating your own balance, your own solution to problems. And some of those solutions may come from the wise counsel and good company of those people you love and trust. All right, very interesting reading for the week ahead. Now I am, without further delay, going to get to your individual requests. This will be single cards for individuals. I will do them in the order in which I see them. I will do as many as I can possibly do in the time I have. So if you have not gotten your request in, please do. And we start with Smile Soul 20. The Four of Swords. My friend, I feel like this week may make you tired. If you can take some time away, if you've got the possibility for PTO, you might want to take some this week, quite frankly. A practice of meditation would be helpful this week. Don't go out of your way to do what you don't have to do. And definitely avoid your own anxiety and anxious situations. Look within. Okay. Mystics Haven, so nice to see you. The Three of Pentacles reversed. Now, do you work a job, and is your job changing? Are you wanting to change your job? Are you looking for a new job? This could portend, the idea that if you are working this week, that it may not be the easiest week at work. And it may be an encouragement for sort of looking for something new. Now, if you're not a person who works a job, then we will look at, what are you working on in your life? And how do you want to change that? Where do you want to do things differently in terms of whatever the work of your life is? Marion, my friend, I'm happy to see you. Marion, the 10 of Wands reversed. You have been carrying so much over a period of time, taking responsibility for so much. And this is, this week, you may have to back off on that. You may have to have better boundaries. You may have to delegate a little bit. You may have to bring in other people to help. Not a bad thing. Carrie, I'm so happy to see you. Glad that you are here. Ace of Swords, you go. This week, recognize you have the power of truth and integrity and communication behind you. Speak your truth. Obviously, do that in a way that is appropriate and helpful. Do the right thing, even when that's difficult. If you are a writer in any way, this is a good sign that you should do some writing this week. Or it may be that because of something you're doing in your life, you will be called on to do some written communication, and in which case you will do it very well. This could also describe the beginning of a journey learning something, taking a class, beginning a personal study. All good things. Okay, Melissa, I'm so happy to see you here. Your card for the week. The Eight of Cups reversed. You are trying so hard to kind of move on from something and heal from something, but you keep going back to it. Whether you're literally going back to something or considering going back to something or just going back in your mind or not letting go, you got to work on that this week. Forward is in a specific motion, and you got to go there. Kim Case, my friend, happy to see you. Let's see what we see for you. The Ace of Wands reversed. You may be feeling a little overwhelmed, a little tired, a little uninspired this week. Do what you can to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself physically. Take care of yourself spiritually. Do what you must do to find your energy and find your inspiration this week. Don't let anyone suck the joy out of your life this week, okay? Hey, Jean Mnuchin, so happy to see you, my friend. Jean, you're the second person to get this today, and I am shuffling. 10 of Wands reversed. For you, the interpretation is going to be a little different. It's about building community. It's about not having to stand alone and hold everything up yourself, reaching out to other people and getting other people engaged and excited in the projects you're working on. Claire C., so happy to see you. Oh, look at you. And I love this image. Is this not a great Eight of Pentacles? Here you are this week working on something. I know you're an artist. Maybe literally you will be doing some art this week. Maybe you will be constructing the art of your life and figuring out what you're going to be learning, because this can also be about taking a class. So how are you going to be creative this week? What are you going to learn this week? How are you going to figure out your way forward this week? Excuse me. This is a very good card for that sense of learning and doing and creating and building, and it bodes well financially as well. Jay, so nice to see you. Glad that you are here. Jay, you get the Hanged Man. It's actually in this deck, the Hanged Woman, and it's reversed. This week, do not sit on your butt, Jay. This week, you take action. You figure out what your action items are, what the things are you need to do. Where are you in control? Take control and move yourself forward this week. The force is with you. Seriously. You can tell I'm a child of the 70s, right? I speak in Star Trek language. But hey, there it is. Okay, Sayoni, nice to see you. For your week ahead, you're the second one to get this. The Ace of Swords. You need to have a difficult conversation. You need to sit down with someone, whether it's an email or a text or a phone conversation or in person, and be very, very clear in your communication. Have the courage to communicate clearly this week. Nicole, I'm so happy to see you. You get the Princess of Cups reversed. This week, make sure you drink enough water. I'm serious. Be open as well to the ways that you have closed off your heart, to the ways in which you are afraid to be yourself, the ways in which you are afraid to be open or afraid to allow others to love you. Maybe even the ways in which you are afraid to love yourself. Work on that this week. Iva, it's so good to see you. Glad that you are here. Iva, I know you're at work, and that makes this particularly poignant. We have the Emperor reversed. There may be things about your work or your work structure this week that you are particularly not fond of. You may be finding ways to work with that or work around that in a way that makes it better for yourself and others. Recognize there are some ways you can do that and some ways you cannot. Maria, so happy to see you. Glad that you are here. Maria, you get the Nine of Pentacles reversed. There are a lot of ways that you are still getting used to your new normal, and you're going to be thinking about that a lot this week. On a financial level and just in terms of your sense of personal well-being and personal security. How can you take care of yourself more? How can you invest in yourself more? How can you enjoy, like the life that you are living right now is not necessarily the life you would have chosen. It's the life you've been given. But what can you do to enjoy it more? Okay, Aisha, nice to see you. Aisha, you get a card that was also part of our 3 cards for the collective, the Ten of Swords reversed. This week, be very careful about your own anxiety, about your own overthinking, about your own worry. Be very careful about that and try not to let it get to you. You have to sort of control, you can't always control what happens, but you can control your reaction to it. And this week, you want to be very careful that way. Peggy Lou, I'm so happy to see you. You get the devil reversed. This is a great card to get reversed. And I know you've been dealing with a lot of devils. What do I mean by that? A lot of things in terms of health, in terms of people around you, things that are very, very difficult. This week, you are going to learn ways to help yourself, to heal yourself, to not allow those things to get to you so that you can move forward on your own spiritual journey. Stella Barbara, so nice to see you. Glad that you are here. A card for your week ahead. The Three of Wands reversed. You are definitely in a place of trying to figure out how to move forward, how to make a positive change in your life. I think really that involves career. And I think you're going to be spending a lot of time and energy this week thinking about that and working to make that happen. Lacey, so happy to see you. Lacey, you get the King of Wands. I know that you are contemplating transition and you will contemplate that this week, but recognize you are the leader of your own domain. You have the spirituality, you have the creativity, you have the strength to do whatever feels best for you. And you've got that very direct connection to spiritual wisdom. Use that for your benefit. Hey, Jeannie, thank you. Jeannie reminds you, and so shall I, that if you like this video, it helps me. So there's 20 people here right now and only 5 people have hit like. Do me a favor. Hit like. It's most appreciated, really. It helps me build my channel, and that helps me be here for you. Okay, Lori Hahn, so happy to see you. Lori, you get the Six of Wands reversed. I feel like there are ways you are not feeling successful. You are not liking some things that are going on in your life, and there may even be some people in your life who are making you feel bad about you. F those people. Sorry. At least I didn't fully swear. I might sometimes. It does happen. But seriously, you've heard me say it before. I'm going to say it again. Do not let people piss in your Cheerios. I'm serious. You need to know that you're a winner, Lori. You need to know that you are creative, that you are smart, that you are capable. And if other people can't see that, that is their loss. But the more you know it on the inside, the more other people will not be able to help but see it. Yes, Nicole, you did miss your card, but I remember it. It was the Page of Cups reversed. Drink more water, love yourself more, recognize yourself as lovable, and allow yourself to be loved. I remembered. Amy, nice to see you here. A card for you for the week ahead. Amy, you get the Hanged Man, but in this case, it's the Hanged Woman, and it's in its upright position. You've got to really think about what you can control and what you can't control. Don't try to control what you can't control. Stay in your lane, control what you need to control, and beyond that, find enlightenment in the things you can't do anything about anyway. And I thank you all so much for the great feedback here. Okay, Talia, so nice to see you. Here is your card for the week ahead. The Nine of Wands. There may be ways that this week requires a lot of patience and requires you to be quite proactive. However, you're going to have to make a call about whether you are being over vigilant or not. Because although this week will not be the easiest, you may sometimes go over the top and make it harder than it needs to be. So think about the ways in which you make things harder than they need to be, and try not to do that this week. My friend Claire, I'm so happy to see you. Claire, you get the Four of Cups reversed. You know, this is about recognizing when something is good enough. This week, you're really going to be thinking about how things are working and how they're not working. And given the set of circumstances that you're dealing with, what is good enough and how can you go with that? It doesn't have to be perfect to be great. Okay. Robin Renee, my friend. Robin Renee, you get the Queen of Pentacles reversed. This week, you got a lot of work ahead of you. You got a lot going on, and there are going to be moments where you're like, why did I even sign up for this? But you know why you signed up for it. So just do it one foot in front of the other. Make sure you nurture yourself. Make sure that you are involved in very good self-care. That will help you take care of everything you have to take care of. Okay. Just going through and looking at all the feedback. Thank you all so much for that. Really appreciate it. All right. From my perspective, I have answered every request. If I accidentally missed you, I apologize. Now's the time to reiterate. If you've been here and have not asked for a question or are just popping in right now, this is final call, last call for questions. So do reach out with your question. I want to remind you that we have a class coming up on Zoom. You need a ticket for it. It is the Tarot Flow Workshop. It is a very hands-on workshop about how to work the cards, how to get the cards to talk to each other, how to get the cards to speak truth, how to give a comprehensive reading in a way that just flows where it doesn't even feel like you're working. It's a 2-hour class. It's on Zoom. You need a ticket. Go to my website, tarotbychristiana.com. Go to the events. It's on April 22nd. Get your ticket. While you're on my website, sign up for my weekly newsletter, Tarot Topics, and you can even make an appointment to have a reading with me, and I hope that you do. Peggy's looking for a reiteration of the cards for the collective. Temperance, 10 of Swords reversed, and 3 of Cups. Find balance, find solutions to problems. Be careful about who you hang out with. Be careful about whose words you listen to. Don't speak negative words to yourself. Don't let other people speak negative words to you. And that is a good reminder for all of us as we go forward on this week. I want to thank you all so much for being here. Please do like this video. Please do subscribe to this channel. And while you're at it, my featured channel here is StarCast, STAARCAST. That's our channel that is all about StarCon, our annual conference, which will be held January 21st through 23rd in 2022, online and in person in Palm Beach Gardens. Make sure you subscribe to that channel as well and check it out. We've got a couple of new videos up. Videos of presentations from StarCon 2021 that are both wonderful. There's an hour-long presentation from Tiro Marchetti, and there's a 20-minute play, a tarot reading play called It's in the Cards by David Victor. Both of these are absolutely worth your time, and it'll give you a sense of the quality presentations that we are really proud to have at StarCon. Friends, I want to thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you. And as your tarot fairy godmother, let me pull one more card. Because a fairy godmother can bestow, right? What can I bestow on you? I bestow on you the Knight of Wands. Ride forward, have fun, use your creativity. Don't forget your sense of humor, and don't forget to exercise. Take good care.